So what's going on in the market? I mean, Brexit continues to create uncertainty in the marketplace. We heard from Deloitte last week. They were talking about how people are, taking advantage, and some are selling short, some are grabbing profits, it's going up and down like crazy. Calgary Herald is saying right now we have a buyer's market, but certainly the market continues to be fairly balanced with the exception of condos, which of course are still in a seller's market position. Price of oil has been going up and down like crazy. A little while ago we were over 50. Last week it was at 47 and change. This week we're at 45, 49. And it was interesting. That was one of the things Deloitte talked about last week when they made an announcement that they feel pretty quickly oil will hit $50 a barrel and stay in that $50 and above range through to the end of the year due to the agreement that's come out now about the restriction of oil supply, which should balance it out once people get used to the Brexit announcement, which really is kind of crazy because we were at least 2 years away from anything with it being implemented.
I was also, interesting side note there, I was chatting with a couple engineers from downtown Calgary, and gas supplies are something that people are talking about as well. If we have a hot summer, then that could actually be really good for the gas price. So
I know. So it's lots of changes going on there. You got to keep in tune to be able to have those good conversations. The dollar, small drop this week to 76.61 versus 76.92. Mostly related probably to Brexit and the strengthening of the US dollar, not that ours has changed a whole lot. Listings.
Number of listings. Metro Calgary is at 6102, slightly down from 6403, which pretty normal for summertime as we see less inventory coming on, and we've had healthy sales, so it's been good.
Yep.
Red Deer's holding in there. They're actually up a little bit at 650 versus 634 last week, so seeing a little bit of a climb there. Like you mentioned, we are in balanced market territory for the majority of the market. Condos is a little bit still in the buyer's territory, but as far as the absorption rate, our total market's at 3.16. As you know, we measure a balanced market in between 2.5 to 4 months inventory. Single family homes are at 2.4, so it's actually just edged under into a seller's market, which the media doesn't pick up on that story.
No, it always takes about a month. We tend to be on it first, and getting buyers to understand is the challenge because supply is limited. I've talked to a couple of people actually Lindsey put a house up on Friday, went up Friday morning, she got an offer 2 o'clock that afternoon.
Yeah.
Really well priced, well presented, everything else that went on it. But the good properties are hitting, they're going fast.
Well, that's the interesting thing from our position as well, is that we get to see all the multiple offers that are happening, and we get to see all the backup offers and people structuring those. So I think I've seen more backup offers this year than I have in
Well, just in watching the questions on the weekend, I mean, Warren Lowe was covering as the manager on call, and he had quite a few questions about backup offers and how to structure them that I saw in the Quick Connect. So it's a good gambit right now when you got a listing to put those in place. Gives you a position of power if someone's wavering on whether they're going to waive their conditions. If you've got that stronger backup offer, you can feel a little more comfortable about kicking that guy to the curb.
Yeah, so definitely a stronger negotiating position. The condo market, it's at 4.92 absorption rate, so still getting beat up a little bit in the buyer's market, but just due to large inventories, sales. I think I haven't looked at them this week, but the average days is around 47 for condos, so it's still relatively healthy.
Well, and it's funny when we talk to brokerages across the country and we go, oh, we're at 30 to 60 days for something to sell. And they're going, really? Our average is, 4 or 5, 6 months. We've just always gotten used to the Calgary market moving so fast. And we're still ahead of most of the areas in the country, maybe with the exception of Vancouver and Toronto.
Yeah. Oh, BC's pricing is ridiculous. Lots of conversations about the real estate market over the weekend.
I would imagine.
It's just going crazy. So
surrounding areas, when we look at it, we look at Okotoks, their inventory's up a little bit. They're at 3.56 this week. Airdrie's down slightly at 3.07. Cochrane is up a little bit at 5.3. Strathmore at 4.85. And I'm really happy to see that number come down so much. because that was at 11, 12 months not that long ago.
Yeah, our Strathmore office is going to be doing really well here. We've got
Yeah.
some really great agents out there. So
Absolutely. Sundry's sitting at 9.25, so up quite a bit, but that's a little more this time of year. You see the rec properties and everything that aren't on for half of the year usually are on. That balances that number up higher. Red Deer up slightly at 4.09. And of course, again, with balanced market everywhere throughout, should be at that 2.5 to 3.5. So some of them are in there, some of them just above. The really only real high one is Sundry.
yeah, and even there, I was actually looking at some numbers out in the Sundry area, and they're doing pretty well. Like our Sundry office is doing a fantastic job out there. So
Well, shout out to Kevin Barkles, your buddy that just joined the Sundry and Northwest office. Just got licensed, I think it was July 1st, we put him through,
yeah,
and he was working his first deal this weekend. So
yeah,
good for you, Kevin. I hope you're online watching.
nice work.
Benchmark price is 444, 440, 400, up $700, which is an insignificant number. We would consider that to be flat, not a real increase.
Yeah,